What's up, guys? Welcome to the Big and Little podcast. I am Big. My name is Sean, and I will pass it off to my co-host, my big smelly co-host.
I'm actually Lil. That's Lil. I'm Haley, and this is the Big and Lil podcast.
All right, let me hear it. What's on the docket for today? We already discussed this, but just to kind of equate you guys with what's going to be going on here. I just said equate. That's not even.
That's that's the off-brand of Q-tips.
Go for it.
So we're going to be talking about TikTok, not the popular
Nasty.
Kesha song, but the app.
That was awful.
90 Day Fiance.
Let's go.
Then we're going to have a quick little game segment called Boomer versus Zoomer. We'll get more into that later. And finally, we're going to close this podcast out with some Disney Channel original movie or DCOM conversation.
Sounds like a splendid conversation, if I do say so
It
myself.
does.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsors today. My parents were giving me the motivation and self-confidence skills to do this. And Raid Shadow Legends. I'm kidding. We are not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I hope that's not a legal thing.
That's really funny.
I hate you.
So, let's start with our very first topic. I personally am a fan. The
You're
app called
addict.
I'm not an addict.
I know quite a many people that are addicts just like you. I can get you help.
Well, we're going to be talking about TikTok, and as you can already tell, my co-host here is not a fan. And can you explain to me why you don't like TikTok?
It's destroying society.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, okay. How
like
many apps have been banned by the U.S. federal government in our armed forces? It was banned in the Navy, right? They see this as literally a security threat. Not only that, but it is destroying your attention span and you don't even know it. Before you know it, everyone's
I've heard that.
for Adderall and
oh my
and
gosh.
there are just some weird cringy trends. Like you showed me that one earlier today, that guy dancing. Don't get me wrong, it was a cool dance, but I just can't fathom looking at him from like not the camera's perspective and seeing him do his little dance thing, and it's like, wow, yeah. So that's my son-in-law.
Well, that's just how it is today. People will renegade all the time. I am people.
I don't want to see James Charles renegade though.
Well, James Charles
He'll
is like,
show me more than I bargained for.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think TikTok is fun because it's very diverse. There's something for everyone, and the For You page gets customized once you watch more and you flip through them and you like them, and then it'll give you more of what you like, and it's like...
Dude, I've worked with TikTok a little bit before. When you tried to show me that meme, which was very normie, by the way. If we're talking PHs, TikTok is like a 15, alright? It is highly basic. Anyway.
Wow, that's...
You like Chem Gang. Anyway. But I don't know, like, I've worked with the app a little bit when you tried to show me it, and I just could not work, and I actually felt like I was 76 years old. Like, it was kind of disgusting.
Well, that's your problem.
Well, okay, not to flex, for a little perspective for all our listeners out there, I've literally released 2 apps, so I really know what I'm talking about
on the Google Play
to UI.
Store. It's not even Apple,
hey,
so don't...
Stop!
Don't come...
Listen, alright, not all of us are so privileged as to be able to afford it. Anyway, not the point. I think the UI is a little bit... it's not as intuitive as I think it should be.
I happen to disagree, but that's your opinion. I want to delve into a little bit of like specific TikTok topics, because as a
you're gonna have to leave this because I don't even... What would specific be like?
Well, currently,
Fortnite dancing?
Actually, it kind of disappeared, but for like a solid 3 days, Debbie Ryan was like...
Oh yeah, that was really
roasted
funny.
Hardcore.
Oh, and here's what I will say is I will scroll through Instagram when I wake up in the morning, 6 a.m. because I'm a rising grinder. That's how I am.
Yeah.
And I'll look at my memes because they're like my morning cup of joe. They get me through the day. And I will see many times a lot of really funny TikTok memes. Like there are so many good memes that have come from TikTok. I will definitely say that. But there's also a lot of cringe too. Like people who are like, I genuinely think this is funny. I'm like,
That's the thing though. If you were to download TikTok and you keep seeing the ones you like, and then you see the ones you don't like on your For You page,
algorithm learns.
Then yeah, exactly. And then you really...
That's why the U.S. Navy banned it, because of the Chinese government will know how to read our thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Well, Debbie Ryan was the topic of the day for like multiple days, and Radio Rebel became like one of the most popular movies on Netflix.
That was really funny. I have to admit.
That's some power right there.
Yeah.
TikTok has a lot of influence. And I, for one, did watch Radio Rebel because of TikTok.
We watched it together, actually.
Yeah, rewatched it. I've seen it before. I'm an OG.
It's incredibly mediocre, and the acting doesn't exactly lift it. But there's just like the mediocrity is what really makes it.
It's so bad that it's good.
I want to join the band called the G's, but unfortunately, my name starts with an S.
Doesn't start with a G.
I could be Deshaun.
That's really funny. So, next topic. These are a little bit dated because TikTok, it keeps on coming. All the ideas are new every day. So,
everybody replicating the same dance over and over. New novel ideas every day. Renegades.
Okay, Renegade is very like November 2019, so I don't even want to hear it. But Timothy Chalamet, I don't know if you know who he is. If you are a teenage girl,
Charlemagne. I've taken AP Euro.
If you are a teenage girl listening to the podcast, you most likely know who Timothy Chalamet is. He's very popular right now. He is what you would call a heartthrob. And there's this new trend. That's what it's called. And there's this new,
he's an e-boy. Call it as it is.
Call
it as it is.
Chase Hudson. Little Huddy.
I don't even know.
He's an e-boy.
The only Hudson I know is the Hudson Bay. Disgruntled look.
Timothy Chalamet has sparked some interest, and like girls are making edits of him where he's just like dancing,
and so me, straight male, I'm supposed to enjoy that?
No, it's just a thing.
It's just a thing. It's just a feature.
Yeah. So there's also this thing where like girls pretend to be fairies. I think
I've seen the POV ones. The POV ones are really funny. They're like, POV, Harry Styles tells you that you're his only GF. And then it's just all cringe from there. It's all downhill.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about at all. But it's basically like they hang on a dresser or a desk.
They pretend to be fairies?
Yeah, you can see their feet moving, and it's like, oh, I'm a fairy.
That's going backwards in society. No.
And I think, I don't know, maybe
27-year-old Samantha acting like a fairy in her bedroom. Like, no, Samantha, you have a mortgage.
12 years old. 12-year-olds.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, it's kind of like, furries. Like, they identify as a fairy. I like the POV ones, though, where they're like, I'm pretending to be a fairy, and then, like, the mirror behind them is, like, showing it.
I can't stand this anymore. I can't stand this anymore. Next topic.
Actually, moving on into this, there's a new sound. This is actually current. And it has to do with 90 Day Fiancé. Ed and Rose, to be specific.
Any 90 Dayers in chat?
Recently, Big, aka Sean and I, and our mom have been watching 90 Day Fiancé, and...
Well, let's be specific here. We've really only
been
focused upon one episode, and that is
Ed.
with the Edster, as well as his companion, Rose.
If you don't know who Ed is, just take a moment, find him on Google Chrome or whatever
Search, just
use.
Big Ed 90 Day Fiancé. I guarantee you, if you're listening to a podcast and you're a young adult / teenage girl, the only two demographics on there, then you've probably seen him. I would bet that you have at this point. Everybody's talked about him a million times over. I think my favorite meme recently was somebody was like on Twitter, don't act like you know anime if you haven't recognized this character before.
And it was an anime version of Ed.
It was beautiful. I loved it. It belongs in a museum,
Ed
really.
Is really... I don't know how to describe him. He's an icon.
Attractive?
Well...
Charismatic?
I don't even know how to describe him. There's just
in
so
reality,
much to be said about him.
He said some very questionable things before.
Yeah.
Have you seen him back in the day, though? I think you have.
He's kind of...
He's stunting.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
He was like 4'11" even back then, though.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But I saw him on like a talk show, and apparently he has some sort of disease. So I'm glad that he's bringing light to that disease.
Yeah, and so if you've looked up his appearance, he does kind of. It appears like he has no neck, like just straight up. That's what it looks like. And I guess this, and I haven't fact checked this, and I maybe you've looked into it a little bit, but I guess he has some sort of medical condition that causes it, that causes him to have that kind of like pressed in neck appearance, which is definitely unfortunate. And
Yeah.
I don't think nobody deserves to be made fun of for that kind of thing. But he does say some very hilarious things in the show. Take a look at it. Just watch a bunch of clips. MTV has like all the highlights on YouTube. I think it's MTV, right?
TLC.
TLC.
Oh my gosh.
They're all the acronym. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. That's just tragic.
TLC, that's it. That's the one that has all the dating shows, right?
Time, Love, and Care.
Is that actually what it stands for?
I don't know. It could be Tender, Loving Care or Time, Love, and Care.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. All those episodes of that, those were tender and loving
They
and
were.
caring.
Rose does not care at all, though.
I think that many commenters have summed it up with saying like, yeah, it's kind of just like he communicates to her in spurts, and she just kind of gives like grunts.
Yeah.
He's like,
I would say that's
hey,
accurate.
baby, you want to go check out this view? And she's like, eh.
There's one part of the show which has been created into a TikTok sound.
Oh, Lord.
Where Rose says, I like the view. And then Ed says, you do? You're my best view. And then she just goes, eh.
If that's not love, I don't know what it is.
Yep.
Oh, sweet Bippy. You want to move into our game?
I would love to.
Let's do it. All right, go ahead and give us a rundown.
So basically, this is a game of our own creation. It's called Boomer versus Zoomer. And we've each come up with 3 people who are either boomers, baby boomers.
Well, no, that's not true exactly.
Well,
okay, so it's called Boomer versus Zoomer because it's not the most apt title. It's just very catchy.
Yeah.
Because we're each a couple years apart. We're both Gen Zers, but there's definitely distinction based off of the people that we recognize in media. So we each chose 3 significant figures from whatever music, cinema, TV shows, whatever, or social media. I'm guessing you probably throw a couple TikTokers in there, and I'm gonna have no idea. And so how it works is we submit, we give that one name, and then we guess which platform they're from. And I'll give you bonus points if you can say like which franchise or which,
okay.
artist group or whatever.
Sweet.
All right, you want to go first?
I will. Okay.
I'm nervous. I'm scared.
So I'm just saying the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your first one?
Addison Easterling.
Is that a character from Little Women? I don't know who that is.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Addison Easterling?
Yes.
Easy TikToker.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Addison Easterling. This isn't like a Wikipedia definition or anything. She's on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
She dances.
I would
People
expect
make fun of her mom's eyes because they're like really bright blue.
It's very nuanced. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Your eyes are so bright and blue. What are you, Zac Efron roleplay?
Oh my
High School Musical 2.
If you know, you know. Well, that's a point for you.
Let's go!
Okay.
Older Zoomers unite. Alright, so here's my character. You ready? They're real. Keanu Reeves.
I know who Keanu Reeves is.
Okay, I didn't know if you were uncultured or not.
Well, okay.
Oh.
How are we defining boomer and zoomer?
What do you mean? There's no definition. I'm just choosing people that are more influential in my particular
I would call him a boomer then.
It doesn't matter what he is. It's just the name of the game.
Oh. I thought we were like categorizing them. He's
No.
an actor.
Uh-huh.
I know Adam Driver gets confused with him a lot.
Really? They don't look anything alike.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
One's a legend and one is just, he wishes he could be a legend.
Oh, that's mean.
Adam Driver's pretty dope too.
Yeah, I like
But
him.
like, Keanu, come on.
I don't really know what he's in.
Are you kidding? What?
I'm sorry.
Alright, you get 1 point.
Wasn't he in an iCarly episode?
No, that was Gibbert. You were confusing him with Gibber. Okay, so I'll give you a point.
Okay.
For all of our listeners out there, and you might be kind of like, bruh, this is cringe. Come on,
sorry.
Haley. He is in He played Neo in the Matrix series.
I've never seen the Matrix.
Nothing. Okay, so he was also so yeah, Keanu Reeves. He was in the Matrix series. That was his very first big blockbuster. His series, and then he was in all the John Wick movies, I believe. I haven't seen any of them, but
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well, and then he was made into a Fortnite skin, I believe, too. So, and he's been in a million other things as well.
But he didn't have a concert on Fortnite. So
Man, I would have given anything to be at that Travis Scott concert. My life is like a movie. All right, next.
Okay, I didn't realize that they had to be like huge influencers.
My bad, my bad.
Okay.
It's kind of harder for you to choose people that I don't know about, I feel like.
No.
Okay.
I don't think you know this person. Locke McLaughlin.
Locke McLaughlin? That's too many syllables. Okay.
First name Locke, last name McLaughlin.
Yeah, no, I understand how names work. I'm gonna go with. This sounds like the name of a teenage young adult actor, approximately 14, kind of like Flint Lockwood or
Flint Lockwood is from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
No, the guy the Stranger Things kid, Wolf.
Oh my gosh!
Wolf Lockskin.
Oh my. See, this is really like showing the distinction between
I don't watch Stranger
old
Things.
Gen Z and young Gen Z.
Okay, this isn't a fantastic. This isn't the greatest.
His name is Finn Wolfhard.
Whatever. I had a couple silvers. So am I right? Is he an actor?
No.
Dang it.
He is actually the son of co-host of Good Mythical Morning, Rhett McLaughlin.
Really?
Yes. I think he's like my age, or he's the younger one. I don't know. But yeah.
Interesting.
So you got that wrong.
Okay, well, you're just so peachy, aren't you? All right, let's see. If you didn't know Keanu, mine get increasingly harder. So I think you might, in fact, be absolutely having no chance of this. Here we go.
Okay.
Ewan McGregor.
I know who that is. He played Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ah, okay. I'll give you 2 points for that then.
Oh my gosh.
This last one though, you have no idea.
Wow, you're really underestimating me.
Well, you're very, very uncultured.
Okay, this last one for me, Kevin Chamberlain.
Would he happen to be related to the Chamberlain basketball player?
I cannot disclose that information
Okay,
because
well,
I don't know.
You're smelly. What, Franklin Chamberlain? Can
Kevin Chamberlain.
Oh gosh. Okay. Easy musician.
See, here's the thing.
What? Am I right or wrong?
You're gonna be very upset with yourself because Kevin Chamberlain played none other than Bertram the butler.
Really?
Oh,
if I would have guessed actor.
I literally looked for someone who would fit the age category of a boomer. He barely made the cutoff. He was born in 63.
No way, that counts as boomer?
64, yeah.
Huh. I would have thought that was Gen X by that point. Interesting.
So yeah.
Dang.
That's Bertram.
Bertram. I remember Bertram vaguely. Alright. So what's the score then?
You're 1, I'm 3.
Oh! Dang!
Okay, to make things interesting.
But also, I think... Okay, never mind. I'm taking it now.
This can count as 3 points. So you can beat me.
Oh!
Actually, never mind. You lost. Sorry.
No, I still want to watch you gasp for air on this next one. You ready?
Okay.
Michael Cera.
I've heard of him. He looks like a bunch of other people. He looks like the guy who played
As she perspired and couldn't think of who he was.
Michael Cera.
She freaked out.
Was he on Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Her heart racing. No, I think you're thinking of somebody else I'm gonna use in the future.
What was he in? He's an actor though.
I can't tell you that. Yeah.
No.
Oh wait.
I'm giving up. He's an actor.
Yeah. Okay.
So I get a point.
No.
Yes, I do.
I don't feel like it.
It's whatever. I still won. So, what's he from?
Michael Cera. So he is just known for playing super awkward young adult characters.
Was he in Juno?
I don't think so. See, he was in Arrested Development. Okay. He was in Superbad. He was in Scott Pilgrim Saves the World, I think, too.
Of any of these movies.
Yeah, so he just always kind of plays the same character, kind of like Kristen Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen.
Wait, no, hold on.
Oh my god.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop there.
That is John Legend's wife. Well, she's a model. She's more than just.
I care so much. Anyway, He always plays like characters that are kind of like awkward and like just very like clean cut and overly protected. He plays like the same character in every movie. It's really
Okay.
funny. He's also, if you guys have ever seen the meme of that kid that looks 12 wearing the shirt that says "the expert" on it, he is also that kid. So there you go. The more you know.
I'm gonna have to look him up on Google Images after this.
Uncultured swine.
But that was our game. I won by 2 points by a landslide.
Unofficial.
I have it on paper, so it's
It's not
basically
notarized.
okay. Whatever. Well, next we're going to move on to our last topic: Disney Channel original movies.
Let's go.
If you're a 2000s kid, you know, even 90s kids actually.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the 90s movies. But if you were born around what I would call the golden age of Disney Channel, then you would
Accurate.
know of Disney Channel original movies.
All right. So I'm going to submit one that I don't think you've seen before. You definitely caught the later portion of it, the latter portion of the golden age for them. It was called Luck of the Irish, and it was about this kid that was a basketball player, and then he comes from a family with like Irish heritage, and I don't know what causes it, but he gets turned into a leprechaun, and so he goes from being this dominant basketball player to a dude that's like 3'5", and I'm pretty sure there's some tap dancing and some Irish jigging, river stomp, if you will. And
Nice. Okay.
yeah, he saves the day and wins the town.
I've heard of that movie, but I've never seen it.
All right, your turn. Go.
Are we just saying good ones?
Yeah, just like ones that like made an impression on you.
One that I distinctly remember, Sky High.
Oh man,
That
that
one's
one.
really good.
There's some ethical questions with that one. I don't know, dude. It's a great movie nonetheless, but isn't it kind of messed up that the fact that if you are a hero or a sidekick is all determined by how a gym coach is feeling on that particular
Yeah,
day?
that's pretty. Yeah.
You
Wait.
would think
Oh,
that some
we need to
counsel would be
describe
needed.
this a little bit.
Yeah, okay, true, true.
So, if you don't know what Sky High is, it was a Disney Channel original movie about this kid, and he's the son of these two like really cool superheroes. It's kind of like Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl,
Hmm.
like
They're
kind of
like the
like that.
top of the superhero game.
And he goes to this school called Sky High where all the superhero kids go, and all of the kids get assigned whether they're a hero or a sidekick, and they have to fight evil in the movie, and it all turns out okay because that's how it works. But I like that movie. Even like, of course, there are ethical
It's a
questions,
great movie, but listen to this. One of the kids, their superpower is they can turn into the Pixar ball, and the gym coach goes, side kick, and he kicks the kid. That's a major violation in this day and age. That cannot happen.
well, it's Sky High, so it doesn't matter.
Anything can happen. You can turn into a ball if you want.
But he's like the most average person ever. So
And one girl like turns into a guinea pig. And actually, the son of the two superheroes at the very beginning of the movie, it indicates that he's actually not like super strong,
yeah.
even though his dad's saying he's like super strong. And so he goes like the whole time without really any superpowers, and I don't really know how he does it.
Yeah, a trend in these movies is that the main characters are usually like really unoriginal and boring.
Don't talk about my man Ryan like that. I don't even remember what his name was.
Yeah, he's really basic.
I just remembered the tall kid that like he had like mega confidence. Like he was like insanely confident of himself. But he was a glow stick. And so whenever do you not remember that? It was
No.
like, "All right, hot shot, what's your superpower?" And he's like, "Bam." He's like, "What happened?" He's like, "Can you not see it? I'm glowing." He's like, "Maybe you need to like turn off the lights." I don't know. He was like mega confident, but he was a glow stick essentially. And he got sidekick, unfortunately.
Dang.
Hmm.
Okay, next submission.
I'm gonna have to go with. Do you remember that one with Jason Dolly and that one little kid that had like Justin Bieber hair, and then the one edgy kid? It was called like Oh gosh, they wear these white suits and they travel in time. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, you can submit yours.
One that I particularly enjoyed was Starstruck.
Oh man,
With Sterling Knight.
With Sterling Knight, let's go.
He kind of looks like a druggie now, but I definitely had a crush on him whenever I watched that movie.
That was such a solid movie, and the
That's a good
soundtrack
movie.
was really good.
Yeah.
I do be bumping to it.
Yeah, that's a good movie. The premise of that one is there's this girl, and I think she moves. I don't know. She goes. I don't know what she does, but basically, she is not like other girls, and she doesn't like Sterling Knight's character. I forget what he's called, but she doesn't like him, and she doesn't get why everyone's obsessed with him until she meets him, and then they become friends, and then they become lovers, and the rest is history.
Prepare to get starstruck. That's like the
Oh
whole
my
little theme
gosh.
of it. It's so catchy.
And the guy from Sunny with a Chance is Sterling Knight's best
Yeah,
friend.
Nico. I
Yeah.
remember him. He was a major hype man.
I love Nico.
All right, I found mine. It is called Minutemen. It was a 2008 sci-fi comedy. Here is the description on Google. 3 high school students invent a time machine intended to save fellow students from embarrassing situations. Unfortunately, they discover that turning back the clock can have its consequences. Now the feds are after them, and there's this slight problem of a black hole to deal with. Oh man, that seems like, you weigh your pros and cons, and it's like, U.S. government and black hole. I'm gonna get embarrassed at school. Honestly, they made the right decision.
I don't know what they did.
They went back in time and
Good.
did some stuff.
Okay, good. Minutemen sounds like Minute Maid. Like
Minute
the
Maid?
lemonade.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason Dolly and Quickie Chickie.
Huh?
Quickie Chickie.
You mean PJ?
Yeah, okay, PJ, whatever.
Yeah.
Real fans know. Real fans know.
Well, it's your turn now.
Oh, no, okay. I just wanted to end on Minutemen. I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, I still want to share 2 more, but
Okay.
they're quick ones because, okay, if you're listening to this podcast and you're in our age range, so like Gen Z, and you don't know these movies, you need to educate yourself. My last 2 are Camp Rock.
Yeah.
And High School Musical.
Yep.
Because those get forgotten, but they're really like that.
No, they do not get forgotten.
Let me rephrase that. People forget that they're Disney Channel original movies.
Oh,
because
I guess
they're so
are they?
Yes, they are. They aired on Disney.
They just blew
Channel.
up. Like you just don't really think about them. I guess
really
that's what happens when you don't become successful in that first movie. You don't get a franchise.
Yep. But they both got like 3 movies.
Yeah.
Maybe Camp Rock got 4. If you don't know what they are, I'm not even gonna describe them. They should just watch the movies. Like, just watch them.
I don't even know how you could even like be somebody in our age demographic and not see them.
If you're
I feel like everybody's
15
seen those movies.
and you've never seen those movies, that's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was your childhood? We actually, not to brag or anything, whenever High School Musical aired on Disney Channel, we had a party. And yeah, mom.
Are you gaslighting me?
No, you can literally ask her. I was 1 or 2.
Dude, wait, no, really?
No, yeah.
You don't remember stuff from when you're 1 or 2.
No,
bro.
I don't remember it.
Hippocampus is done tripping.
I don't remember it, but mom's talked about it and how you had friends over, and you all dressed up.
What? No!
Yeah!
This didn't happen!
Yes, it did! You can ask her later.
I feel like I'm Mason on Black Ops 1 and Call of Duty, and they're like, in Cuba, 1974, this is what you did. I'm like, no, it didn't happen. I did not dress up as Zac Efron.
I think you dressed up as Chad. I think that's it. I swear. Like, I don't remember this, but mom said
I should have dressed up as Troy's dad. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Honestly, he's doing well. He looks really good.
He's on Cameo.
He's on TikTok, too.
Oh,
so
gosh. Why? How the mighty have fallen.
And so is Ashley Tisdale.
She do be vibing.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa Hudgens making her living off of Netflix, like, crappy rom-coms.
Oop.
Oh, my bad. Is that tea? Did I just spill some tea? Whoops. Alright, guys. It has been a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Big and Little podcast. We're definitely going to be coming at you guys with some early 2000s nostalgia next time as well. This is Big Sean signing off, and my co-host
Lil, and I'm
Lil Pump.
There's no way to say Lil in like a proper way.
Little.
I am Little. I'm Lil, and I'm signing off too.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.